Biological science, often simply called biology, is the comprehensive study of life and living organisms in all their forms and complexities. It is a field that bridges the gap between the molecular and the macroscopic, the individual and the ecosystem, and the past and the future of life on Earth. As an ever-evolving discipline, biology not only seeks to describe the diversity of life, but also to uncover the fundamental principles that govern living systems, their origins, their interactions, and their destinies. At its core, biology is defined by several unifying themes that thread through its many branches. The cell is recognized as the basic unit of life, a concept that has revolutionized our understanding of organisms from the simplest bacteria to the most complex mammals. Genes, composed of DNA or RNA, form the basis of heredity, encoding the instructions that guide development, function, and reproduction. Evolution, through the mechanism of natural selection, accounts for both the unity and the diversity of life, explaining how species adapt, diverge, and sometimes vanish. All living things require energy to survive, transforming it through intricate biochemical pathways. Finally, the principle of homeostasis underscores the necessity for organisms to maintain stable internal environments, despite ever-changing external conditions. The history of biological science is as rich and diverse as life itself. Early civilizations in Mesopotamia, Egypt, India, and China observed and cataloged the natural world, laying the groundwork for later discoveries. The Greeks, notably Aristotle, advanced the systematic study of living things, coining the term biology from the Greek bios, life, and logos, study. The invention of the microscope in the 17th century opened new worlds, revealing the existence of cells and microorganisms. The 19th century saw the rise of cell theory, championed by Schleiden and Schwann, and the first coherent theories of evolution, most famously articulated by Charles Darwin. The 20th century ushered in the age of molecular biology, with the discovery of the double helix structure of DNA, forever changing the landscape of genetics and heredity. Modern biology is a vast tapestry woven from a multitude of specialized disciplines, each contributing unique insights into the nature of life. Molecular biology delves into the interactions of molecules that drive cellular processes, while genetics explores the transmission of traits and the variation that fuels evolution. Cell biology investigates the structure and function of the cell, the fundamental building block of all living organisms. Anatomy and physiology examine the organization and function of tissues, organs, and systems in plants and animals. Ecology studies the complex web of interactions between organisms and their environments, revealing the delicate balance that sustains ecosystems. Evolutionary biology traces the origins and diversification of life, seeking to understand the forces that shape species over millennia. One of the most remarkable aspects of biological science is its interdisciplinary nature. Biologists draw upon chemistry to unravel the molecular machinery of life, physics to understand the mechanics of cells and organisms, mathematics to model population dynamics and genetic inheritance, and computer science to analyze vast data sets generated by genomic and ecological studies. This collaborative approach has led to the emergence of new fields, such as systems biology, which integrates data across scales to build comprehensive models of biological systems, and bioinformatics, which harnesses computational power to interpret the language of genes. The diversity of life studied by biologists is staggering. From the simplest viruses and bacteria to the towering redwoods and the great whales, the living world encompasses an extraordinary range of forms, functions, and behaviors. Microbiology focuses on organisms invisible to the naked eye, many of which play crucial roles in health, disease, and environmental processes. Botany investigates the world of plants, exploring their physiology, ecology, and evolutionary history. Zoology delves into the animal kingdom, from the invertebrates that dominate the oceans to the primates that shared our evolutionary heritage. Mycology, the study of fungi, and protistology, the study of protists, further expand our understanding of life's diversity. At the molecular level, biology has witnessed revolutionary advances in recent decades. The development of the CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing system has empowered scientists to modify genomes with unprecedented precision, opening new avenues for disease treatment, agriculture, and biotechnology. High-throughput sequencing technologies have made it possible to decode entire genomes rapidly and inexpensively, revealing the genetic blueprints of countless organisms. Single-cell sequencing has unveiled the remarkable heterogeneity within tissues, shedding light on development, disease, and regeneration. The integration of genomics, transcriptomics, proteomics, and metabolomics, collectively known as omics technologies, has enabled a systems-level understanding of biological processes, illuminating the complex networks that underlie life. Biological science is not confined to the laboratory. Field biologists venture into diverse habitats, from rainforests and coral reefs to deserts and polar ice, to observe and document the behaviors, interactions, and adaptations of organisms in their natural environments. Ecologists study the flow of energy and nutrients through ecosystems, the dynamics of populations, and the impact of human activities on biodiversity and ecosystem health. Conservation biology has emerged as a vital discipline in response to the accelerating loss of species and habitats, seeking to understand and mitigate the threats to the planet's biological heritage. The study of life is also a study of change. Evolutionary biology reveals that all living things share a common ancestry, tracing the tree of life back billions of years. Fossils and molecular evidence document the transformations that have shaped the biosphere, from the earliest prokaryotes to the explosion of multicellular life, the rise and fall of dinosaurs, and the emergence of mammals, birds, and flowering plants. Human beings, a relatively recent addition to the tree of life, have themselves become agents of evolutionary change, both intentionally through selective breeding and unintentionally through environmental impacts. Biological science is deeply intertwined with society. Advances in medicine, agriculture, and biotechnology have transformed human health and well-being. The understanding of infectious diseases, from the discovery of germs to the development of vaccines and antibiotics, has saved countless lives. Genetic engineering has revolutionized crop production, enabling the development of plants resistant to pests, diseases, and environmental stresses. The Human Genome Project, completed in the early 21st century, has paved the way for personalized medicine, where treatments can be tailored to an individual's genetic makeup. Yet biology also poses profound ethical and philosophical questions. The ability to manipulate genes raises concerns about the boundaries of human intervention in nature, the potential for unintended consequences, and the definition of what it means to be human. The study of animal behavior and cognition challenges our assumptions about consciousness, intelligence, and the moral status of non-human life. Conservation efforts force us to confront the value of biodiversity and our responsibilities as stewards of the planet. The future of biological science is both promising and challenging. Climate change, habitat destruction, pollution, and the loss of biodiversity threaten the stability of ecosystems and the services they provide. Emerging diseases, antibiotic resistance, and the complexities of aging and chronic illness demand new approaches and solutions. At the same time, advances in synthetic biology, regenerative medicine, and artificial intelligence offer unprecedented opportunities to understand, harness, and even redesign life. Biology is, at its heart, a science of questions. Why do bees dance? How do cells communicate and coordinate to form complex tissues? What drives the migration of birds and the blooming of flowers? How did life arise from non-life? And what are the limits of its adaptability? Each discovery opens new avenues of inquiry, revealing the endless complexity and wonder of the living world. As we look to the future, the role of biological science in shaping our understanding of life and our place within it has never been more vital. Whether exploring the molecular machinery that powers a single cell, the intricate behaviors of animals, or the vast networks of ecosystems, biology invites us to see the world with curiosity, humility, and a sense of responsibility. It is a discipline that not only seeks to explain life, but also to celebrate its diversity, resilience, and interconnectedness. In conclusion, biological science stands as one of humanity's greatest intellectual achievements, a testament to our desire to know, to understand, and to care for the living world. Its discoveries enrich our lives, inform our choices, and inspire us to protect the fragile web of life that sustains us all. Through observation, experimentation, and imagination, biology continues to reveal the secrets of existence, reminding us that we are both products and stewards of the remarkable phenomenon that is life.